Hey, so, like, here's the thing. Read the tutorials on how stuff works.
What tutorials?
Because if you don't read the tutorial, you end up killing your goat mother. And then you try to reset your save, and when you reset your save, she still remembers that you tried to murder her. That's somehow not even really a segue. Like, that's ironically still kind of related. Such is the way that these things go, you know? Like, one day you're sitting there, you've got a jetpack, you think everything's gonna be okay, and you get into a robot, and the robot kills you.
And then the robot Shinji.
Well, the robot never kills Shinji.
You don't know that. It could have.
I mean, I've literally watched...
I'm sorry. You don't know.
When are you and Rachel finishing Undertale? Never.
Probably literally never, yeah.
Yep. That's a botch. We're just gonna do that. Shut up, chat. No, but like for real though, like I do love the fact that 9 times out of 10, if Rachel is part of a stream physically, there is a technical problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Abzu, we had massive desync. We had massive desync for. Yep. We had massive desync for that horror game. The one with the, the girl from Heroes in it and Rami Malek.
Stop. Not you, the game.
I know. I'm trying to think of other ones. When we had Devil May Cry on the docket, and it was the bad Devil May Cry, it made my PC actually die. I think that one's my favorite. Is like, we tried to boot DMC, and not only did it not work, it actively killed my computer. What was the horror game? It was the one with Rami Malek in it, and it had the girl from Heroes, and despite the fact that they were like both in their 20s, like...
Before dawn.
Until dawn.
Until dawn.
Thank you. The game before the other 2 games, the Medan Man and the Small Hope, which are also not good. But I hear the Hope one is like the worst of all of them. Like I hear it's just objectively like really bad. Fuck off. Which, like, you know, fair enough, man. They can't all be winners, right? But, like, on the other hand, I don't know, it kind of says something you've made 3 out of 3 bad games. Because, you know who else has made 3 out of 3 bad games that are, choice-based adventure games? The David Cage. The difference is I don't know if anybody on the Until Dawn and etc. studios are like horrible perverts. Until Dawn was not very good, in my opinion. I have seen it played by like 4 different people, and I have played it with Rachel, and I thought that like Until Dawn was pretty mid. Like it wasn't terrible, but we had some problems. At least they didn't sexually harass people. Yeah, that's what I was saying before. But yeah, no, like that game has issues mostly because of the way that it decides to use the controller. Because it was like a Sony exclusive. It was like, yeah, you have 6-axis control. Use the 6-axis control to do these things. And everybody was like, can we just not do that though? And I'm pretty much in that boat where it's like, never force control schemes like that onto me. The only time I've had a control scheme like that was forced onto me that I didn't hate, it was the... I really was hoping that he would leave behind his his gun, but he didn't. It was the Skyward Sword. Because at least, like, in Skyward Sword, when they're forcing you to use the mechanic, right? It is literally just... Wow, I fucking am so pissed. You know what? No, like, we deserve that. That's entirely on us. We're gonna restart. That is karma for killing that shopkeeper. But, like, in Skyward Sword, at least it's, like, a one-to-one... I just keep fucking up while I'm talking. The lesson is to never talk. The Skyward Sword one is, like, really good because it's at least, like, one-to-one with your hand motion, so you can watch your sword wiggling around. And it's not like fucking Zelda Twilight Princess where you just waggle the controller around and your guy freaks out. Like, the ability to do slashes in that game was really satisfying. But I do say this in that I would not want to play that game again like that, and I hope that if they ever release it on the Switch, that they give me a controller option. Because I would love to stream Skyward Sword and make fun of groups and be like, here, Rachel, look at this. This guy might be the ancestor of Ganon. And her just be like, this guy fucking sucks. Yeah, that cat's dying and there's no way around it. We threw him a second too early. Should have jumped it. That's fine. But yeah, like, I like Skyward Sword. I find it's fine to force the mechanic on that, but like a lot of other games, it's like, you're making me use the 6-axis control when I could just easily push the button. No, use the 6-axis control to wiggle it. But I could just push the button. No, but 6-axis control, it's a lot more immersive. It's like, no, it's very distracting. Also, man, I honestly can't believe that, like, David Cage's studio is still, like, going. Like, those games have been getting progressively better, but they're all not good games, so there's that. But also, the fact that they had all those, like, sexual assault allegations, and it's like, not sure how that's flying, but okay.
Well, this is the shit when I have to be on guard and I have to be stealthy.
I've gotten so tired of stealth games over the years. Like, I think back in the day, I was a lot more tolerant of, like, stealth aspects in gameplay, and as I've gotten older, it's just become like, let me do the thing! I just want to do the thing, and you're not letting me do the thing. I fucking hate every time I smash something open and there's a smaller creature inside of it. My ire knows no bounds. Can I get back up there? The answer is yes, but not the way that I wanted to. Ugh! I knew he was gonna rush me, and I took it on the chin like an idiot. I wanted to throw the key at him, but instead I was like a second too late. Yeah, that's fine. If you can't tell, this one's not going well. Hoping that we can rectify our HP problem and get through the lava area safely. Or jungle, but I really just kind of would hope for lava area.
Oh, he's a big boy. Oh, okay.
Haven't you, like, beaten this game?
Yeah. I just hate the yoga yo, dude, the fucking clan bullshit.
The Yiga clan?
Yeah, we have to be sneaky. I hate it. I'm not good at being sneaky. I'm only good at doing big hits.
So, the way that I handled that was very, very stupid.
Oh.
Which was that I just brute forced it really hard.
That's how I usually do it, but I'm tired of it because normally I got bombs. Let's try bombs. I keep forgetting.
Well, what I did was I glided over most of the enemies.
That's a smart move. You are a
It doesn't always work though, so you get stuck in this pattern of like, oh, I glided past this, but then it didn't work, sort of thing.
You know what? I have 41 bomb arrows. So I'm just gonna bomb arrow my way through this bullshit.
I mean, you can hope for the best with that. I can't guarantee anything.
What? I mean, worst that happens is I die and I get all my arrows back, right?
Ah! Dude, get off of me! Get off of me!
Oh, I hate this. Alright.
You know what? Fine. So we're doing this back to back to back to back to back here.
Let's lead you fuckers.
Oh my god, there's a guy on a fucking fire mount here. Come
Oh,
on.
hey, you know what'd be smart if I didn't blow myself up? God damn it. Oh.
Okay. Oh, that's less good. Oh no, the turkeys.
I'm just gonna go back to exploring. Fuck this.
Well, alright.
Baby, why are you just laying there?
There's a strong chance that might have been an error in judgment.
So I'm so dehydrated that my lips are hard.
Oh my god, it just was a straight path for once. Sorry, go on.
No, I didn't drink anything yesterday and I haven't had anything today. So my lips are just super gross. And my throat is also super gross. More so than usual.
Okay, there's a strong chance we're going to die here. Really? Really? That whip didn't do it? Come on. Come on.
Animal Crossing.
Come on. That whip should have done it.
I play Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing. Boop, boop, boop.
Okay. Go. Beat him. Go, my violent, aggressive minions. That didn't work as intended, so you are the sacrifice.
I want hot chocolate, but I have no milk.
Okay. Ah! 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 Okay. 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 I can work with this. Okay. This is kind of just working. Can one of you guys go get him, please? Thank you. Ah! 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 Please, guys. I know there's like only one of you left, but like you gotta help me on this. Oh! He's not dead yet! Hired help, go on. Get him, please. We don't have time! We literally don't have time. Well, there's no ghost, actually. I didn't realize this. This is a problem. Kiki, did you know that the protagonist of Gato Roboto is called Kiki? Well, I mean, she is also called Kiki. So it's funny that you say this. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Fucking get out of here.
I gotta play the demo of Hyrule Warriors, but that's just gonna make me sad for when the demo's over.
Yeah, I've been meaning to play the demo, but I figure I might just wait.
No more heroes.
Yeah, I killed him with one left!
Hades. Listen, if you weren't the game you were, I think I'd enjoy you.
If it was just a god dating sim.
I mean, yeah. I forget which god it was, but there was a cutscene where she's like, it was a female one. And she was just like, I'm gonna take joy in killing you over and over and over. And I don't know what did something to me. She was like an older lady, dark skin, long white hair.
I don't think that's an older one.
Oh.
I think that that's just one of the Furies.
She was a lady.
Yeah.
Her voice, she could read a phone book to me and it would get me going.
It was probably Megara, but it could have been one of her sisters. Could have been Electo. Do you remember their colors?
Nope.
Oh, okay then.
What are the new releases? Wanna die. Maybe I wish there was like a Greek god thing.
Fuck off. It's honestly surprising that there isn't.
I mean, there was a point in time where I wanted to make a monster girl dating sim.
I'm also very surprised you didn't.
I didn't realize how hard it was to do coding and shit.
Well, that's why you get somebody else to.
I don't like people.
Okay. Now I'm feeling it. I wish he wasn't coming along.
Yes,
It appears he is
baby.
not coming along.
Yes, baby. Come here.
Bring my sweet little dog with me. And by sweet little dog, I mean awful rock monster.
No. No. You pawed me, which means you breathe.
Can I have her? I'm sorry, you know this thing's gender? Sure, go for it.
Ow! That's my boob. That hurt.
I read a Today I Fucked Up post from Reddit. Where it was
Yeah.
like a guy and a girl were getting ready to do the do and go at it. And they had forgotten to fully close the door, and ergo, the cat had gotten in. And the cat had decided that it wanted to paw at the woman's boobus. And she was just like, alright, whatever. And then it was like clawing at and slash trying to bite and lick at her boob. And she just started laughing, and the husband was like, did I do something wrong? And then like looked up, and it's like, oh, that's just a cat. I got asked!
Gimpop would 100% come in the way of sex. It's ice in a glass.
Redditor? I mean, yeah. Red's fine. Like, if it weren't for the fact that, like, 4chan's just full of, like, actual, like, crazy people, I'd still probably go to 4chan. Like, I imagine that A is not as bad as a lot of other places. Or alternatively, A might just legitimately be worse. I don't know, I remember the guy that was MD Geist on there, and I remember when they made Soulja Boy a moderator and how just that went to like a complete shitfest, but it was hilarious. I don't know, there's something really appealing about a group of people just allowing a moderator to ban an entire anime. It's just very funny. Especially when that anime is still somehow fucking getting episodes and seasons and shit, and I'm just like... Well, not seasons, but like it gets attention still, and I'm just like, why the fuck does K-On! Still have any appeal to people? Another thing I learned today, or rather not today, but like a little while ago, and I just forgot about it. Blue Exorcist is just still going. Why do people still care about Soulja Boy's consoles? Do people? Weren't they not just emulators at the end of the day? I thought that they were just an emulator.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Are you aware that Blue Exorcist is still an ongoing manga?
Yeah. Apparently turned to shit.
I've not heard that it's bad. It apparently continues to be pretty good as far as like manga goes. What I did find very funny is somebody was like, yeah, so Lucifer and the Illuminati are in it, and I'm like, oh no, nobody tell Alex Jones. The Satanic Illuminati. Run by demons. It's like, yeah, Alex, we know.
I haven't had time or effort for any anime lately.
There hasn't really been any anime that I'd recommend you.
Yeah.
The only anime I've been watching right now is Yashahime.
Like, I like Fire Force, but it's an anime where it's like you'd have to sit there with me and be like, we are watching Fire Force today.
It's like JoJo.
Yeah.
Where it's like you like it, but there's enough where you're just like, I just need something to motivate me.
I like My Hero Academia, but I'm kind of like...
Need a break.
I can only watch so much before my brain starts to hurt.
Now
Also,
I'm
the
motivated.
The fandom is fucking toxic.
Yeah, Yashahime is the Inuyasha sequel, and I say this with all the respect towards making a sequel of your series, and Inuyasha being a pretty good show that just kind of fucked around. Oh, excuse me. Maybe don't make your show have an episode that is literally the exact same episode as an episode in Inuyasha. Like, Yashahime has a lot of stuff where you go like, yeah, well, it's not exactly the same. That's true. And then it has an episode... Sorry, Turkey, you're getting destroyed. It has an episode about a demon being rebuilt from bones by its child after getting killed by the people. And it's like, that is the plot of the bone demon from the original Inuyasha. And if you go like, well, it's an homage, okay, fine. But on the other hand, is it an homage if you're just ripping off your own source material? I can't believe I took 2 hits of damage to that thing. Like, it's just the same plot. And again, like, all due respect to the franchises, maybe it's like you had that idea kicking around your brain, you're just like, this seems like a great idea. And then you don't read your work because you're like Iraqi or something like that. And Iraqi never reads his own shit back to himself to like make sure he's not fucking up his canon. It's like maybe she just didn't realize it. But I really doubt it and think it was just we've just made a second monster. Like we've just made the same problem.
I just got tired of like. I gotta fix my couch cushion. I don't know why I've just been sleeping in my living room the past week.
Let me out. I'm almost dead.
Like my bed's just not comfy.
Isn't Nick watching Inuyasha? Sort of. Rachel's watching Inuyasha and like filling him in on episodes that he doesn't watch.
But I hate watching. Like I stopped watching My Hero Academia because people instantly judge you by the characters that you like. Instantly.
That's usually a sign you're talking to children, in fairness.
It's happened. I mean, it's people
Fuck.
my age. I mean, granted, they might like mentally be a child, but it's like it's people my age. It's friends that I have.
No offense, but like some of your friends are fucking weeaboo pieces of shit.
Oh, they 100%. I don't hang out with them anymore. But I mean, and this is coming from someone whose walls are covered in anime merch. Like,
it's coming from me calling people weebs. Like.
But the thing I hate, it's like, oh, like, who's your favorite character? And I'm like, are we talking main cast or side cast?
There's a lot of characters in My Hero.
Yeah, and like, main cast to me are they the students? All of the students are main cast. Everybody else is side cast.
I would say there's side casts that are main students. But I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Like, we're not talking about the class where the one guy constantly shows up and he's like, my class is better than your class, and then he gets dragged away by the other people.
Yeah, I mean, like, class 1A. That's the main cast. And everybody
tertiary
else.
cast. There is also tertiary cast. I would say a lot of the adults are tertiary. Deku's mom is tertiary.
But I'm like, if we're talking quote-unquote main cast, my favorite character is Bakugo. Just because he's Sillin. I love characters that are, do you have a heart of gold, but you're an asshole?
Deku's mom, Craigasm. People are really horny about Deku's mom.
So it's like, I love Bakugo, and people instantly judge me for that. And then I'm like, if we're talking side characters, I like Endeavor. Why? Don't like him for his character or personality. I like him just because he's attractive. That's
even
the only reason.
Horikoshi, though, is like, man, I fucked up writing Bakugo.
Yeah, because they're like, oh fuck, I made him just like the pervert, what the fuck, Mineta. They're like,
Mineta, they did intentionally, and then I went too far.
Yeah, but that's how they were with Bakugo. They were like, I wanted to edgy too far, and now they're trying to slowly like, look, he is friends with Deku, and
would have been great if he just didn't abuse him as a child.
Yeah, it's like Bakugo's a shit.
Rachel, how much for a Deku's mom piece? And then there's a kappa at the end of that, so it is a joke, but...
I mean, it's not the first time I've been asked to draw Deku's mom. But then I'm like, are we talking villains? Because...
Handman.
He's solid character, solid power.
Shirakaraki or whatever his name is.
The fact that he can just touch shit and it... like, solid character. But then I'm also like, but here's the thing. I have a thing for edgy people. I'm dating one. And
can he touch himself? I imagine he's immune to his own powers.
Yeah, I'm assuming he can choose when he uses it too. Like, but Dobby.
I was gonna say Dobby's also just like, no offense, but like Dobby is a man that has blue fire and is angry. Like, of course you're gonna like that. That is literally one of your big things. Yeah. And
I'm like, I love the shit out of Dobby, but then I also just Overhaul. I love Overhaul.
I don't like here's the thing. I liked Overhaul when I saw him originally, and then I just grew apart from him.
Overhaul is the same thing as Endeavor. Don't like the character, don't like how he's written, love to look at him. That's it. Endeavor's a shitty human being. Like, sure, he's trying to get better. He's a shitty human being, and like, he's a big angry man, but goddamn, I just want him to step on me. He's an attractive man. You know how fucking angry... The only character...
Does Spelunky keep flashing for you guys? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. It's just, I just looked and, like, I keep seeing it on my monitor, and I don't know if it's just me.
Like, like, when I had TikTok, God forbid I say that again, and I draw the My Hero characters. Originally, it was me drawing ones that I wanted, and it was like, hey, I'm 25.
Looks good.
I don't like drawing high school students sexually, so I stuck with like Endeavor, Young All Might, like All Might in college, All Might. Y'all might. Aizawa, things like that. And then I looked up, I'm like, oh cool, Dabi's 21. So it's like I can draw Dabi without feeling weird. And Mirio, because I'm like, oh cool, he's 19. I can draw him without feeling too weird.
I give like a laxity to it of like people can draw like 16-year-olds. But it's it's that same in my brain. It's that same area of like, do you have to?
Well, here's the thing. You're in Canada, the age of being an adult is 16, right?
Not everything, but like for sex, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
And if you're
US,
if you're a
it's
queeb,
18.
it's drinking.
And here's the thing. Me as a person, I don't like. It would have to be like I'm going to draw.
No. Fuck, I'm dead.
I draw them quote unquote.
I can never get the range on those right. I never know how many
but
tiles.
I would make sure they look older. And
yeah, I think that's another problem is people go like, yeah, this character's 18 now, and I'm just like, you didn't make it look like it though.
Yeah, it's like I would do my best to make them look old, and people would be like, why do you only draw these characters? I'm like, because I'm 25. That's why. I don't look at Bakugo and go, yeah, I want to fuck that. I'm like, that is a small angry boy.
This is a teenager.
That is a small boy. Like, if anything, I want to parent that child. That's it. I want to parent him.
In fairness, you are like the mom friend to people, though.
It's like the only.
Wow, 2 for 1.
Like the only character that I'm, and people are like, well, if you want to get real, it's a flashback, and I'm like, that's not how that works. You can't. No, sorry. If it's one thing if you're a teenager and you're like, I want to fuck Bakugo as like you're a teen, fine. But if you're like,
I want to fuck so many class 1A characters. Listen.
If you're 20 and or 30 and you're like, I want to fuck the characters that are minors, I'm like, I have a problem with that. You can like those characters. There's no problem with that, but you can't. I don't think you should be sexually attracted to them. And it's why when people ask me like, hey, can you draw so-and-so for this show and that character's a minor? I'm like, no. Like, well, can you make them older? No. That's weird to me. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, like, I personally am of the understanding of, like, they are not real people, and ergo, it doesn't, like, bother me on a literal level, right?
Yeah.
But I respect the idea that, like, people have of that, where it's just like, no, they're minors. It's like, that's fair, but also, like, in my brain, they're not real.
Yeah, they're fictional characters who care. I just can't. You
can't internalize it, which is fair.
Everybody's
Everybody's got their own shit.
I, as a person, would feel dirty doing it. You know, and it's weird because, like, I used to draw stupid Naruto porn.
But you also were, like, 15.
Yeah, but then I turned 18 and went, can't do that anymore.
I love the conviction to the morality within your own mind, though. Like, not even the forcing it on other people, just like, you're like, well, I can't be, and you just stop somehow.
Yep. Yep.
I do want to stress, though, as a point of almost opposition to that, like, people get really upset that people, like, sexualize, like, La Brava and other, like, characters who are just short.
Why?
Because they're like, well, that means that you're a pedophile. It's like, no, it means that they like fucking short people. Like, what are you talking about? Like, do you remember the whole, like, Uzaki-chan shit? When she was...
No.
The annoying, like, white-haired girl that has the huge tits. That's a Sugoi Dekai on them. Yeah, so that character's 19, and everybody's like, well, if you like Uzaki, you want to fuck children. And it's like, she's a literal college student.
Yeah, she's just a short woman.
Yeah, like, it's one of those things where that's the defense I always give for a lot of those people. Like, I'm not going to advocate in one direction or the other. I just like to play devil's advocate, right?
Like, here's,
but
like if you
it's
had
super
two
funny
women,
to me.
if you had two females in front of me and one was busty as hell and they were 13 and the other one was flat as a cutting board and they were 30, I'd be like, gotta fuck the 30-year-old because that's weird. And I also don't like...
Friend is 4.9 stacked Asian girl. Jesus. Can I get out of here before this bat kills me? That would be nice.
There was somebody on Facebook, and like this was like 2 years ago when I obviously unfriended them. Like, that's weird. They're like, if they're hot, they're hot. I don't care about the age. I'm like, that's wrong.
When you say you don't care about the age is when it becomes a problem, because that means that you're open to like lowering that age an exceptional degree.
It's like, I understand that makeup and fashion choices are a thing, and a lot of parents don't.
Well, also some people do look legitimately older, and that is a real thing. But also, like, as a the argument that Nick and I have always given is, as a human being, your brain should be able to differentiate the okayness of a situation.
Yeah, and here's the thing: there's nothing being, I find you attractive, and then they go like, I am not 18, and you go, never mind. There's nothing to me. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times it used to happen to me when I was like 16, 17, and people were even younger? They're like, can I give you my number? And I'd be like, I'm a minor. Go, my bad. And there's nothing wrong with that. There was one guy, however, when I was like, I am 17, he's like, when's your birthday?
See, that's sketchy, though.
That's weird to me. And
that's a whole other abomination.
That guy was like, call me on your birthday? That was strange to me. But all the other, there's nothing wrong with going like, how old are you? Or like, hey, I find you attractive. I'm a fucking minor. My bad.
Yeah, like if you approach a person and you're just like, hey, you're attractive, and they're like, I'm very young, you're like, whoops, that's fine.
Yeah, and you go, my bad. There's nothing, but if like the person looks like a kid, which like there are adults out there look younger than they are.
That explosion was bigger than I thought it was. It flew lava into my body.
But I still believe
Belle Delphine? I don't think Belle Delphine looks underage, though.
I also don't think Belle Delphine's attractive, and
you know what? Okay, so you know what she looks like to me?
Fucking dick.
She looks like if you turned one of those goofy characters into a human being.
Kinda.
Like the ones with like the tiny nose and like they're not dogs like Goofy and Max are, but they're supposed to still be animal people.
let me tell you straight up, her nose is not that small. She uses makeup.
No, I know, but I'm saying like if you were to turn her into a character.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm just I want the world to know. Any e-girl or any stupid OnlyFans girl that you're looking at, that's not what she fucking looks like.
If the men knew that we could change the shape of our bones, they would kill us. The men
knew that we could shapeshift, they would call the church. Baby, I'm trying to make my couch bed. Can you move? Thank you.
Googled her. That's an oof to me. I'm sorry, did you... So, wait, are you telling me you didn't know AVGN or Belle Delphine? Fuck off that arrow hit me. I'm so mad.
And here's the thing. I have nothing wrong. I think she... This is gonna come off as stupid. I don't look at her and go, she's an attractive girl. I look at her and I'm like, she would annoy the fuck out of me and I'd punch her in her throat. However, I can appreciate the fact that she is able to make millions of dollars.
She's got the money going.
Off of stupid men.
Yeah.
I congratulate her for that. Like,
I mean,
good
you
job
might not be able to make millions, but you could definitely.
I could make a couple hundreds.
Several $1,000s out of people.
Oh yeah. It's like there's somebody out there that's into fat girl.
I don't even mean for that. I just mean if you just keep doing the art and you just stoop to the level of like furry artists and charge like $400.
Do you mean like how I am?
Oh no, much worse.
I'm still doing $65.
I forget what their name is, but they're because like as a result of just being on the internet as long as I have been, but also by knowing furries, I am aware of some furry artists and shit like that.
They charge out the ass, but people want it.
There is one who has gotten shit right now for charging like an absurd amount. because they were like, yeah, if you want one of my drawings, here it is. And it was like a $2,000 ref sheet.
That's dumb.
And it was like, the fuck is this? And the
That's
guy's
dumb.
like, yeah, if you think that my stuff's good, you better be willing to pay for it. And it's like, the fuck? And apparently it got so much traction that they like went on private.
The most that I
Yeah, that's fine.
But no,
You mean that artist that charges thousands? Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. Noid, what's the point of this game exactly? To do well and get to the end, but I'm bad.
I mean, like, the fact that she, like, could sell her bathwater and she made several $1,000s off that.
I watched a whole thing about her talking about that.
Like, she does it just to like, she knows it's stupid. She's not taking it seriously. She's like, men are stupid
she just does shit because why not?
And willing to spend
I don't even think
money.
it's a men are stupid angle. I think it's literally she just goes, well, I want to see if I can, and then does.
And no, do you know what? Because she knows men are stupid. Not all men, but the men that follow her.
No, I just mean, like, I don't think that it's her mentality of, like, men are dumb enough to do this. I think it's that she just goes, let's see if this works. Because when I watched her doing, like, an interview in regards to it, right? She literally just said, I was thinking of new things and wanted to see what I could get away with. And so we figured bathwater. But here's the insane thing. She could have just sold tap water.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's probably what it was.
No, she was like, no, I did that over the course of several dozen baths. She like, for as insane as she is and as much stuff I don't like that she does, I will give her all the credit in the world. Fuck off.
But she doesn't
for
take
being
shortcuts.
able to do that sort of stuff. Yeah, like, she's willing to take dozens of stupid baths and spoon that into tiny little bottles. Like, that's dedication.
Insane. How much did one of those bottles sell for? It was like
you can probably look up the original cost. It was probably just like a couple of bucks, right?
Oh yeah, how many? How many she sold?
Also, turn all men asexual. Like, if I could turn all men into, like, the area that I'm at, where it's just kind of like, yeah, sex exists. But, hey, have a really good book. Like, that meme.
No.
That's pretty good.
I like getting fucked too much, so no thank you.
I mean, you already have a boyfriend. And that boyfriend is me. Like, you're complaining about a situation that doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
I may be a horny, lonely asshole, but I'm principled. Fair enough.
$30 each.
Wait, for what?
The bathwater.
That's pretty good.
They sold out within 3 days.
If I could create a vaccine to remove the sexual desire from all men, I would be in an instant. I don't know, like, I wouldn't want to remove it. I would just want, like,
So
in men and women, I want it to be controlled.
Apparently some person, they ordered the bathwater and then they tested it trying to find human DNA. There's no human.
I mean, do you think that the human
Which
DNA is
doesn't
going to
say-
survive in a bath?
Yeah, which doesn't mean much, but the fact that someone fucking... I don't know how many she sold.
Too many. But that's not a real answer. Oh, he survived. Alright, net positive. Ooh, paste. You know that stupid, like, no talk to me, am angy thing?
So she sold 500 bottles.
I want somebody to do that, but, like, with horny. How was
So she
stream
made-
did today? What I miss? You missed me getting to the ice caves and blowing myself up in a giant robot.
So she sold 500 bottles, and so doing that alone by just taking a bath, she made. I support that. That's a fucking icon. Hater.
I mean, she would have, like, I say this with the full knowledge that she obviously had to do this, right? But she would have had to pay, like, distributors, production for the bottles, etc.
Oh, yeah, but I'm just saying. I still think she
Miss Noid
went
being
to, like...
my clan, that did happen, too.
Yes, like, that's cool, I guess.
Please don't punch my turkey.
Her face is just so fucking punchable, though.
Again, she looks like a character from the Goofy movies, in my opinion. And that's not a knock against her, it's just, like, she just doesn't look like a real human.
No, yeah,
Gotta go to sleep now. Have a good night. Yeah. Have a good night.
She has a very punchable face.
Clam chowder.
Like, if I saw her in person and she was just like... She, like, crossed her eyes and stuck her tongue out, I'd punch her in the jaw.
I'm gonna be honest. Ahegao stuff has gone too far. But, I say this with the caveat that real-life Ahegao face is not at all the cartoony one, so...
No. I mean, I don't know, But no, that's... Somebody's O face doesn't look like that. Shut up.
Like, the eye rolly back, like, weird mouth thing. Definitely a thing humans do. But it's not, like, it's not the hentai thing. I do love so much that Snaps has a guy that is in his classes that has the Ahegao face, like, as an avatar.
They sell Ahegao masks, and I want one, like, face masks.
Keep in mind, we're talking about, like, 8th graders when we refer to Snaps people.
And I want one so bad. I want an Ahegao face mask. I can just wear it out.
I beat it Spelunky 70-30. Ugh.
I also just want the hoodie.
Here's the thing, though. You, like, want them for, like, a one-time go. Or to, like, wear around the house.
Yeah, I want to wear it out once, and then I want to put it in a frame and hang it on the wall. And I want it to be the centerpiece of whatever house I'm living in. Like, when I move to live with you, that's going up on the wall somewhere.
Just put it behind on street.
Even if it's just, like, it goes on the desk, I want it on the wall somewhere.
Put it up behind the desk that we'll give you.
Yeah. Just put it somewhere. And then have your mom be like, the fuck's that?
The mom would hate it. I mean, I would hate it.
I want one so bad. With all my heart and soul. I didn't take my temperature today. Hold on, let me do that. Be right back.
I may move houses in the next 2 years. I mean, that's pretty good. Oh, I got him. Got him, boys. Okay. Nope. Fuck. God damn it. Oh my god, there's a spider. Oh! Monkey, you almost fucked me. Imagine having privacy. I mean, imagine being me, who has lived at home for many years and has had privacy for most of them. Fuck, I stood on the spike thing because I looked over at the cat!
It's not good.
I gotta go to Lava Land. If I don't go to Lava Land, I'm just gonna keep dying. I have had privacy ever since I broke up with my ex, sadly enough, is kind of where that came about, because my mom just started to leave me alone after I got into college. But when I was like 15 or something, or not even 15, like I don't remember the exact age, but one time my mom took my door off. She was like, oh yeah, you know, privacy is a privilege, not a right. And then I pulled out the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms, which has privacy being a right, and she got even more mad at me. But also, like, what other person in the world can you imagine pulling out, like, the laws of their country to spite their parents?
in better news, my temperature is 101.
That's not good news, though. That is a bigger fever.
So, yahoo. My parents took my door down and never put it up. But granted, they took my door down because I had boyfriends at 11.
Also, I should stress, your house is or rather your former home was pretty jank. Like, from every picture I've ever seen of that place, it's like one step from turning into the house that the ghosts live in the middle of the countryside.
What do you mean?
Like, anytime you show me, like, the exterior of that place and it's, like, falling apart or things like that. Like, it's...
Yeah, they never, like,
they don't fix it.
They never took care of the outside. Inside was fine, but they never took care of the outside. Well, no. Inside was fine on the lower level. People were. My parents' bedroom was. My brother and I had really bad rooms.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just lazy to lock my door. Plus, at this point, if I lock my door, it's like, hey, I'm jacking it sign. I mean, I think I would still prefer to have some form of that being an announcement than not.
Tyler's mom used to, like, walk in.
Yeah.
Like, when I was... Which is, like...
I had to tell her, like, hey, if Rachel's here, like, don't just walk in without knocking. And it wasn't like a, hey, we might be doing it. It's like just a, hey, Rachel might just have her tits out.
Yeah, because I like to be naked a lot. Or, like, pantless. And I think it took walking twice and I was topless for her to start knocking.
Well, it's no, I asked her.
Oh, you did? After those 2 times of her walking in?
Yeah, like, there's a reason why, like, I've never slept, like, naked or shirtless or etc. And it's like, my mom just straight walks into my place.
Yeah, besides, we only fucked when she was gone.
Jesus Christ.
Or when we know she was busy.
Jesus, just what a thing to just break out immediately. Fantastic. You know what?
The people in chat aren't dumb.
No matter how many times, like, we say stuff like this, all I can think of is the fact that, like, Pat said video games bought the house I fuck your daughter in to Paige's mom, and knowing she watches the streams. And it's like, that one just will never stop. That one's too good every time.
That took balls to say. That's a god tier quote. Video
like, I can't believe a person said that.
Fuck your daughter.
With her right next to him. It is really wild for me, though, to think about, like, them being in a relationship as they are, where they've been in it for years and years and years, and they've been streaming together for years and years now at the same time, right? But, like, whenever they talk about that stuff, like, it either turns into an entirely positive statement towards Pat or an entirely negative statement towards Pat. Like, there's no in between.
Pat, this is gonna come on. Pat, I feel like Pat has a big dick.
Well, that's the joke, is, like, because he's a very short man, but also just how he is in general, apparently he has, like, very little body hair. And so, like, Wooly's always just like, yeah, like, shilling for these body care products. Like, what is it called? Like, Manscaped or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, Wooly always gets sponsored by that stuff. So, like, whenever they talk about it, Pat's like, if you have body hair, it will be very useful to you. If you're like me and have nothing and are just a cue ball. But, like, whenever he brings that up, like, somehow Paige is never just, like, you know, rude in regards to that sort of stuff. But then other times she'll just, like, comment on him being gross whenever. And it's just really weird that she'll make fun of him a bunch of times and then other times be like, no, but, like, for real, he's attractive to me. And it's like, okay.
He just has big dick energy to me.
I mean, he does have the energy of it because he says whatever the fuck he wants. And one time he got into a fight with Cliff Blazinski, the guy that made Gears of War, on Twitter, and it made Cliff so mad that his answers weren't making Pat mad that he got on a sock puppet account and pretended to be a different person in support of himself. Which was very good because that argument went on for so long. But my favorite thing was Cliff was like, you know, like, have you seen my wife? How attractive she is? Do you think that you would be able to get something like this? And he's like, have you seen my girlfriend?
Yeah, Paige is a very attractive woman.
He's like, she's very attractive, but she's extremely broken. But also just, I really like the point of the argument where Cliff was like, well, I've made like millions of dollars and have a beautiful wife. What do you have? And Pat was like, I play video games for a living and have a very attractive girl. Like, what is this argument? You're a child.
Yeah, it's like literally we both have very successful lives and very attractive women. Great, cool. Thanks.
The lie detector determined that was a lie. I love Cliff Bleszinski just sucking shit on Maine, basically, and it's just very, very satisfying. But yeah, no, like, Paige constantly will be like, yeah, Pat has a huge dick, and everybody's like, we don't know if that's sarcastic or not, Paige, and she's like, that's the point.
Here's the thing, I feel like if he had a small dick, she wouldn't bring it up, because she knew it upset him.
I don't know if it would upset him, because, like, all Pat ever does is shit talk how short he is. I think that he could probably turn it into a joke, but I don't know, like, I think it's that, like, whole, fuck, I crushed myself to death. God damn it, I was doing so well, I had a jetpack! I think it's probably just a situation of, like, Pat's a short man, but on the, you know, whole of it, he's, like, a very average man in every other regard, so he's probably fine. Just like, I'm like pretty standard.
I feel like, you got a good dick. I feel like God, when he made Paz, like, oh, fuck, I made him too short, and he's like, how can I make this up? And he was like, I'll just give him a 10-inch wang, here you go.
Give him a huge dick and make him make money by screaming on the internet.
Yeah, I'll give him a hot girlfriend later on.
So, for real, though, she was in the hospital for, like, the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, because she doesn't have lupus or something.
Yeah, so she got kind of sick. And as a result of getting kind of sick, she, like, sneezed, and when she sneezed, it threw out her back.
Jesus Christ.
Like, she is literally made of glass. Like, not even figuratively, her bones will shatter if you touch them.
Jesus. Well, you know they ain't fucking hard, then.
Well, like, she can be fit enough to go on, like, roller coasters and stuff, but then there was the one time she went on a roller coaster and she had to wear a neck brace for the next 2 weeks. I've had some really power sneezes. I thought I broke a rib once. I can't agree or disagree with all this because the girlfriends I had some way or another managed to cheat on me. I mean, that's just statistics. Like, sometimes you're just picking a bad one. Also, I mean, like, technically speaking, like, a lot of relationships will involve somebody cheating at some point. Again, just statistically.
I don't... No.
No, it's very true. Just statistically, it is very likely. It's just like with divorces, most of, you know, marriages are gonna end up in a divorce usually.
I don't think you would ever cheat on me, and
I'm not saying us, I'm saying statistics.
Okay, well, we're not a part of statistics, thank you.
Ugh! I almost got crushed. Give me my turkey meat, thank you.
Like, I don't want to say with me being as horny as I am, if I haven't cheated on you yet, I don't think I'm ever going to cheat on you.
Yeah. You're just part of the statistic that doesn't. Yeah, it's like when people go like, I don't want to be a statistic in a car accident. It's like, well, then you're just going to be part of the one that lived. No, I think that was directed at me. And, well, Rachel and I should say, if we're using appropriate grammar. But yeah, no, just like, I don't know, I personally am of the opinion that it's one of those things where, like, sometimes you can work past it, sometimes it's a deal breaker, sometimes it's just the person fucking sucks.
If you ever cheated on me, I would cut your...
I mean, that's fair.
Okay, so let's just put that out.
Yeah, but then I'll just get, like, a bad dragon dildo attached as the replacement. Have a literal horse penis. There's gotta be somebody who's done that, right?
Oh, 100%.
Not like it with the dildo. Like, there must be somebody who's been like, I'm gonna replace the penis.
I mean, I don't know if there's ever been somebody who's but I do know make toys with, like, it's a bigger dick that you put your small dick
Oh,
inside of.
No, I'm aware of the creation of these things. Some of the surgeries look legit. I will never advocate for somebody to get that surgery because imagine if it gets botched. Ah! Don't worry about it. If chicks get their tits bigger, why can't us dudes? I also don't like the idea of people getting, you know, breast implants, but that's just a me thing. Like, I'm very much a proponent of the idea of, like, naturality in a person. Like, the fact that Rachel likes makeup and hair dye and stuff like that, like, yeah, I just have to get used to that. Child me, and by child me, I mean teenager me, was a psychopath because I am a psychopath.
I also wear wigs, which you said you have to get used to.
Yeah. But it's like, young me was a total psycho and definitely was the type of person who was just like, I don't want to date somebody if they are wearing too much makeup or dyeing their hair or shit. And then I just kind of, like, just went, that's really immature, and I needed to get over it.
Yeah. No offense, but yeah.
And it's still thing, like, I still kind of think, but on the other hand, it's like, I'm, you know, like,
I don't think I wear too much makeup, though.
I mean, there's times, but, like, not overall, no. But yeah, just in general, it's one of those things where I'm like, meh. But also, like, I think that it's a big difference between breasts, which are, like, a secondary sexual characteristic, where they're, like, a thing that you can augment that are just purely a physical attribute, as opposed to your penis, which serves a functional purpose. Like, breasts do have a functional purpose, but it's the glands inside of them, and the nipple.
They feed the babby.
Yeah, they feed the babby. Whereas, like, the penis, it's like, if you fuck up your dick, that dick's just not gonna work anymore, man.
Yep.
Like, you might be able to get some surgery to fix it, but you might have also just fucked yourself.
What if I told you I wanted to get bigger tits?
I don't believe you. Like, just given previous discussions. I don't remember enough about it, but there's a really fucked up thing at people in a stream were reading about using ropes implanted into a woman's breast to make them grow bigger. Well, like, there's stuff like that with, like, people trying to be like, grow your dick, and it literally just amounts to tie a weight around your dick. I'm like, that's not gonna work. The stuff people do is absurdist. It's insane. Guaranteed messages every 8 to 12 hours.
I personally would never get any sort of surgery. The only, like, cosmetic surgery I would ever get is if I again with my body hating me. But if I magically lost a crap ton of weight and had excess skin, then, like, yeah, I'd want that removed. But, like, my face is okay enough. It's fine.
People that get, like, plastic surgery in the face, it always just ends up looking fucked up when you're, like, 70.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing if you get, like, if it's very subtle things, like how, like, some people get the double eyelid or whatever, or, like, you know, if it's like...
I'd get surgery to make me a femboy, but I'm too fat to really do it. Oh, like, pasta.
Like, certain things to me are completely fine, but, like, I want to look like Angelina Jolie, that's...
The ones where it's like, make me look like another person is really fucked up. But my favorite is always going to be make me look like Amethyst from Steven Universe.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that one's really bad for several reasons. I want to get a nose surgery because my nose takes up half my fucking face. But people would definitely notice it. Also, I mean, like, if your nose is just really big, like, whatever.
Here's the thing. They always say that, like, plastic surgery should be, if you get cosmetic facial surgery, it should be a thing where it takes a minute for people to realize that you've got anything done.
Yeah, you should always have it be that you almost look identical to your original self, unless that original self is, like, 7 surgeries from before.
Yeah, if it's like, you know, if it's like I don't like the way my nose is shaped, it's like they're supposed to do it like a little bit. They're not supposed to drastically change your whole face. If they're like if like there's something like if you were in an accident or something, then that's one thing. But if it's like I don't like the way, like I always thought my lips were thin and I always wanted fuller lips.
Yeah, I keep having to stress to her that she doesn't have thin lips. She just always, like, draws people that have, like, the lips of black people. And, like, not even all black people, but, like, the very specific groups of black people just have, like, huge lips.
I think my lips are thin and I always wanted fuller lips. And it's like for me to get what I want, it's like, but it's like I don't want to be like obviously plastic surgery mouth. You know what I mean? Like you can tell when someone gets lip injections and it's lip injections rather than like they have naturally full lips. Like they look puffy. It's like I don't want puffy lips. I just want fuller mouth.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I'm gonna be honest. If I could change anything about myself, it's literally the one thing that I can't just change anyway, and it's just be less fat, man. And that's it. And so it's like, if I just be less fat, then everything's gonna be fine. It's not even like a I don't like the way I look thing, it's just...
You wouldn't want to fix your hair? I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with you, but I know you're like...
No, it's just like, I'm getting like a bit older, my hair is like thinning out a little bit, that's fine. It's like, I'm not like balding, and even if I go balding, like I can probably make it work.
Isn't it weird that we're almost 30?
Oh, fucking not at all. You don't understand, those turkeys went for a fucking ride.
I mean, like, I'm 5 years from 30, but that, to me, that's close.
Yeah, and I'm like a couple of years as well, but like, you don't understand. It's... This is gonna sound extremely asinine, so bear with me. I have felt like I was in my 30s for years. And so for me, it's just kind of like fucking finally kind of thing. Like, it's how it should have been. I just feel closer to like where my brain has always kind of been at. Because like I remember being a child and just being like, I fucking hate kids. And it's not like a I hate kids, I don't ever want to have kids sort of thing. It's just, man, like kids fucking suck to be around, and I hated being around them. And I was like, maybe when I get to high school, things will be better. They'll be more mature. And then they weren't. And then I remember getting into college and being like, I'm in college, things will be better. They're fuck off. I wanted to whip him, but I don't know the whip speed yet. You know, like, they're gonna be more mature, they're gonna want to actually care about their education, and then what that turned into was me becoming so jaded with the profession that I was going into that I didn't want to go into it anymore. Like, I went in to college being like, I'm gonna go and become a counselor, I'm going to be able to, like, help these people and shit like that, and then the end result was me dealing with so many shitty people in those courses that I'm like, I never want to work in this profession because these are the people I'm going to have to work with. And seeing one guy, like, experience nepotism in real time where his dad worked at a facility, so he immediately got into one of the, like, best jobs in the region, just instantly, without anything.
Jeez.
Like, he had the work experience that we get forced to do for the college classes, and that was it. That was all he had as work experience, and he got hired instantly for a thing that usually takes years to get into as a full-time job, not as a contract worker. And I'm like, I'm so fucking pissed. And then I get out of college, and I'm older, and I'm just like, I'm just so tired of people. Just in general. So, yeah, basically, like, I've been getting progressively older my whole life by about 20 years before the actual date that I was that age. Yet you work at a job that is only dealing with people. There's a difference, though. I work at a job where I sit on the telephone and I paint small spacemen while playing video games and watching, like, streams or anime or whatever. as opposed to, like, dealing with the problems of people that I would have normally done. And, like, don't get me wrong, I would still totally consider being a counselor, but it would probably be like, I'm like 35-ish, and decide time to go back to school and become like a psychologist, and then just say, come to my house and I'll like give you a psych lesson or something. Like, become like a fucking professor. Like 50-year-old me being a professor and just telling students to fuck off because I'm not going to give them like any extra time on their shit or something like that. Cause yeah, like I've got nothing. I can't deal with the youth. Being once I turn 30, it's gonna just be congrats, I'm 30. Like that's it. My plan is to have like kids at like 35 or something like that. Or almost around there. My thoughts on society are cheeseburger with fries. That's fair. There's so many of these dudes. I don't think I've ever been on a level that has this many cavemen. This is a society of cavemen, that's what it is. Because we live in a society. That was greedy. Feed every caveman to Kali? Nah, I'm just gonna leave. Because I'm gonna die if I stay there. Well, I'm gonna die if I stay here too, let's be honest. I'm on that path of death. I made it to the ice caves, like, once and blew myself up, and I made it to Chinese water hell, so... There we go. Ugh. He said we live in a society. I mean, we literally do, though. It's not funny. It's pretty funny. Yeah, just like Jocker said. But yeah, I don't know. Like, if Rachel has like a weird, like, I'm turning 30 meltdown, that'll be fun to experience.
Nah, I'm ready to die. I mean, your life's over at 30.
I hate you Canadians. Angry British noises, always speaking 2 languages rather than UK. I'm sorry, but the UK speaks like so many languages. Also, you're not ready to die. You don't want to die. You're just depressed. There's a difference between, like, suicide and depression. Like, I think that there's a lot of shit you still want to do, and ergo do not want to die. Love Amazon not recognizing Northern Ireland as part of the UK. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I mean, I guess it's technically at least a different island, so you could make that argument, but, like, fucking come on. Ugh. Ah, ba da ba da ba. Whoa. Ah, ba da ba da ba da ba. I'm dead. You know what I need to do? I just need to steal a fucking gun. That's all I need to do. Is if I just kill the shopkeeper, I can manage. He says, lying through his teeth. Thing you need is simple, a fucking shortcut. No, but like shortcuts, like they leave you unprepared. And by leaving you unprepared, I mean they throw you into an area when you haven't had like the Spelunky run to build you up to it. Just go to the 1-4 shortcut? No. Because like if I keep playing through, then there's a chance that I might end up with like 40 bombs. I might end up with none. That's the fun. I don't know, I've never really used the shortcuts in Spelunky. I've like always just decided to like go in right from the start and just kind of follow it through. Like I know they're there as a utility, but it's just never really been something that I've been super interested in going through. I know it like might not be the most fun to just watch people that are just stuck here, but eh. There's people that beat this godforsaken game with the very last shortcut. Oh yeah, I fully, you don't understand. I'm not saying people can't. I'm saying I won't. Especially because, like, if you're saying, well, there's people that have, you know, beaten it this way. It's like, oh yeah, for sure. I would not be one of those people. Guaranteed. Yeah, you know what? That was probably a bad idea, but this is probably safer. I don't know, it's the assumption of skill where there is none is, I guess, the funny thing of it. Do you feel betrayed by the TheNoidBag? Don't worry, you can feel not so bad. Oh, that's pretty funny. I like that one. If I had a bot, I would definitely use "Do you feel betrayed by the TheNoidBag?" But I am too lazy to program a bot. That is literally what the problem is there. Because we had a bot at one point, and then the guy that had the bot, we stopped talking to for the most part. And we don't remember what the login credentials are. This has not gone as I'd intended. I love being stuck in the dwellings. It's very familiar. Oh, he didn't. Why did he notice me the second time? Aggressively upset by this. Don't worry, if the ghost comes, the ghost comes. Ah! The ghost comes. Bye! He can split in 4 shapes? I'm sorry, I thought the ghost could only split twice. Or are you referring to my body, which can be bisected and then bisected again and result in many... Jetpack, and then another jetpack, my guy. Hey, I've seen the weird, like, we've turned the ghost into a sexy lady picture. Which feels like a big Rachel moment in the game. Really? Just gonna do that to me like that? Ghost is like pizza turns into slices. I hate that. Okay, this isn't working as I'd wanted it to. Ah! Thank you. This is the dumbest of shit. Oh, that was too close. There we go. cool, thanks. We need a Rachel simulator where you have to go and draw not safe for work for money. And you get rich and have to talk on your boyfriend's stream for hours. I mean, well, I actually have, like, more money than Rachel, so... Like, she could get rich if she charged those obscene furry people money, but she doesn't, because she's not an insane person. Get poor. I mean, kind of. There have been instances where Rachel definitely has lost money over the course of streams. And probably lost consciousness. But such as it is, you know? Let us proceed to hopefully not die a little bit more. I just realized what's happening here. Forgot to host you? I mean, you don't have to host me. I appreciate it, but it is not a requisite by any means. Okay, you, please don't fly out of my hands while I'm trying to carry. What are you doing, you insane man? Like, why are they like this? Why are they like this every time? Like, he just... I wanted to sacrifice him for his meat bones, but instead he just fucking kills himself. Designed to die ASAP? This isn't a joke? Fair enough. I just wanted my Kapala. Just knocking out animals and offering them up. I mean, I'm currently offering up cavemen. I would have used a real man, but, you know, he kind of offed himself, so. Whoa! Alright. Fuck! Nobody questioned me. That wasn't an accident. Those were tiny sounds. I think Rachel might be asleep. Do you guys think? Thought that was a monkey. Yelling at Rachel to wake up almost never works. Rachel is one of the hardest sleepers that I've ever encountered in my life. Like, I used to get out of work, get into bed, and then just, like, flop around in bed until I could get to sleep. And, like, she just would not wake up unless I intentionally annoyed her into waking up. Huh. Text-to-speech where the more exclamation points, the louder it gets. I'm sure you could code that, right? I wish that you could sacrifice the monkey for more points. That was dangerously close. Tip tap. Never seen a golden monkey? Little surprised, to be honest. But yes, he does suck. Like, he poops out, like, a little bit of money, and, like, you could, like, maybe say that it's helpful, but honestly, it's usually just kind of more of a hindrance. And they are also designed to instantaneously die. They will do anything within their power to die as fast as possible. Like I just did! It came down so fast!